Magandang buhay! Welcome to the PHRMO Training Center of the Provincial Government of Bukidnon. This training center shall provide you the learning and development programs of Pgb. Today, we shall have the Prime Hrm Orientation course as required by the CSC for all government agencies. Hi, I am Henry Hutalle, an accredited consultant on Human Resource and Organization Development or HROD, and a learning service provider on the development, establishment, and implementation of the Prime HRM in the public sector. I created this VLS presentation for the PHRMO of the Provincial Government of Bukidnon. In compliance with the Memorandum Circular Number 3 of the Civil Service Commission for the development, establishment, and implementation of the Prime HRM in the government agencies, the Provincial Government of Bukidnon, through the PHRMO, conducts this Prime HRM Orientation course for all the employees of Pgb. This virtual learning system or VLS presentation is a new approach for the new concepts in the learning and development system of the Prime HRM. We are very fortunate that the Civil Service Commission updates its HRM programs in alignment with the global trends in human resource management. In our course objectives, upon completion of this course, the participants shall be able to define and discuss Prime HRM principles, identify the core Prime HRM functions, discuss the CSC requirements for the Pgb Prime HRM accreditation, and assist in the establishment and improvements of the Pgb Prime HRM system. Now let's start our Prime HRM orientation. Prime HRM is the acronym for Program to Institutionalize Meritocracy and Excellence in Human Resource Management. It is a system of assessment, assistance, and award of HRM excellence using global HR standards. The purpose of Prime HRM is to elevate the public sector human resource management to a level of excellence through a process of assessment, assistance, and awards on HRM systems, practices, and competencies using HRM maturity levels, indicators that are at par with global HR standards. The aims of Prime HRMs are to serve as a search mechanism for best practices, to serve as a venue for exchange and development, to empower agencies in the performance of human resource management, and to promote and reward excellent HRM practices. The rationale for the Prime HRM. The Civil Service Commission, being the central human resource agency of the Philippine government, is mandated by the Constitution to establish a career service and adopts measures to promote morale, efficiency, integrity, responsiveness, progressiveness, and courtesy in the civil service. The development of Prime HRM. In 1980, CSC Agency Accreditation Program, CSC AAP, and the Personnel Management Assessment and Assistance Program, PMAAP, were established. In 2012, the Prime HRM system development was started. In 2013, the Prime HRM Capacity Development Assessment had begun. CSC intend to have the Prime HRM fully established in the Philippines by 2030. The scope of the Prime HRM. Prime HRM shall involve the heads of agencies. In the provincial government, it's the governor, the Human Resource Management Office or HRMO, division chiefs and supervisors, and the rank-and-file employees. The core Prime HRM functions of each RMO are the recruitment, selection, and placement, the HRD, learning and development, the strategic performance management, and the rewards and recognition. These four functions will be established with a documented system or manual. Prime HRM systems criteria. Each of the Prime HRM core function has defined the standards as criteria which covers the system, describing the policies, procedures, and necessary documents, the practices, describing the standards and effectiveness of the system, and the competence, the necessary proficiencies of the HRMO. The system's criteria are fully described in the Prime HRM self-assessment form. The Prime HRM system adopts the four maturity levels defined as transactional for level 1, process-based for level 2, integrated for level 3, and strategic for level 4. Each of the maturity level will be defined next. Prime HRM maturity level 1, transactional. In the transactional maturity level, the processes are at least documented sufficiently. Some processes are repeatable, possibly with consistent results. Personnel function is primarily on employee administration, and agency heads, division chiefs, perform HR activities as they see fit. Prime HRM maturity level 2, process-based. In the process-based maturity level, the sets of defined and documented standard operating processes are established. There is goal-oriented decision-making, and there is an automated system, but with little integration of data. Prime HRM maturity level 3, integrated. In the integrated maturity level, the process metrics are used for continuous improvements. The HR function supports agency operational needs. There is data-driven decision-making, and there is an HR management toolkit. Prime HRM maturity level 4, strategic. In the strategic maturity level, the processes are focused on continually improving organization performance. There is systematic management by process optimization and continuous improvements. HR helps to drive agency business decision on people, data, and insights. And HR strategy is part of the agency strategy. Now let's go to the Prime HRM accreditation process. When a government agency is prepared with their Prime HRM system, it is to its advantage to first conduct a self-assessment before advising the CEC for accreditation assessment. CEC through its regional field directors will coordinate with the agency and conduct the assessment. With the assessment, CEC will assist on possible improvements, or if the agency passes the assessment, CEC will award accreditation. The Prime HRM accreditation levels. The CEC adopts the 4 levels Prime HRM accreditation. Level 1, regulated. Level 2, accredited. Level 3, deregulated. And Level 4, Center for Excellence or Seal of Excellence. Each accreditation level will be described next. Prime HRM maturity level 1, regulated. The agency HR systems, practices, and competencies are assessed as maturity level 1 transactional. It has not fully demonstrated readiness to exercise delegated HR functions and needs to be subjected to regular monitoring or assistance by the Commission. Prime HRM Maturity Level 2 Accredited. The agency HR systems, practices, and competencies are assessed as Maturity Level 2, process-based. It has demonstrated readiness to exercise delegated HR functions. The Commission grants Level 2 accredited agencies the authority to take final actions on appointments. Prime HRM Maturity Level 3 Deregulated. The agency has distinguished itself as excellent in all or some areas of human resource management, and the core HR systems, practices, and competencies are assessed as Maturity Level 3 Integrated. Prime HRM Maturity Level 4 Center for HR Excellence. The agency with best HR practices based on the established Maturity Level 4 Strategic HRM systems, practices, and competencies, and at the leading edge of adopting programs, procedures, and standards for any of the core HRM areas shall be conferred a Center for HR Excellence Award by the Commission. The Center for HR Excellence Award. In addition to the incentives provided in Level 3 deregulated status, agencies conferred with Center for or Seal of HR Excellence Awards shall receive the following: Medallion or Plaque of Recognition, Automatic Nomination to CEC Honor Awards Program, and PMAP Public Employer of the Year. The last subject of this module is the roles in the Prime HRM Accreditation. The significant roles in the Prime HRM Accreditation are the following: the agency head and HRMO of the concerned government agencies, the CEC Regional Field Directors Assessors, the CEC Regional Directors, and the CEC HR Policies and Standards Office. They have their respective roles in the Prime HRM Accreditation. The role of the agency is to initiate the process for its Prime HRM accreditation, prepare for the CEC Prime HRM assessment, determine its Prime HRM maturity level as well as areas for improvements, comply with the civil service law, rules and regulations, and coordinate with the CEC for the accreditation. Roles of the Civil Service Commission Field Directors Assessors are monitoring and evaluation of HRM programs, actions of agencies, prepare monthly agency capability evaluation cards, inform agencies scheduled assessments and provide them with the requirements of the process, and conduct assessment in its closing meeting with the agency. The role of the Civil Service Commission Regional Director are the implementation of the Prime HRM in the region, review and approval of assessment plans, form the Prime HRM assessment teams, monitor the conduct of the assessment, review and approve the final assessment report, transmit the final assessment report to the HR Policies and Standards Office, convene a regional evaluation committee, and awards the accreditation certificate. The role of the CEC HR Policy and Standards Office as the Prime HRM process owner, its main role in Prime HRM assessment is project management, monitoring, and quality assurance. The HR PSO develops and reviews the policy guidelines of Prime HRM, prepare and disseminate manuals and guidelines, monitor program implementation, evaluate CSC regional office recommendations for accreditation, and manage and maintain a central database of agencies. As part of the learning activity, you will be grouped into teams and conduct an exercise on the current Pgb Prime HRM status using the Prime HRM self-assessment form, which will be issued to you for the exercise. After the conduct of the Prime HRM self-assessment, the team shall collaboratively discuss the results of their self-assessment and present their assessment output. What you have just viewed is the Component 1, the orientation course for the Prime HRM program. The other components of the Prime HRM are Component 2, HR Planning course, Component 3, Competency Modeling, Component 4, Recruitment, Selection and Placement, Component 5, Learning and Development, Component 6, Strategic Performance Management, and Component 7, Rewards and Recognition. We hope you were able to have a good picture and understanding of the Prime HRM. After viewing of this VLS, the conduct of the self-assessment, and the collaborative discussion on the results of the Prime HRM self-assessment, you will be ready for the next course, which is the HR Planning. Thank you for giving yourself a time for this learning and development activity. HR Planning is an organizational competence which is not the sole responsibility of the PHRMO, but also of the various division heads. Hence, we hope to see you again for the Prime HRM. Cheers for the next course!